Hi everyone, today we're going to be taking a look at the 2020 US Senate map if all of the results are based on the most recent polling data from 538. So we're just going to be going down the line here in terms of the polling here on this website here, 538. So let's start off here in the state of Alabama. Right now, Sessions, the most recent poll, it'll most likely be Sessions, Jones is going up against. Sessions is plus 13, so that would be likely to go to the Republicans there in Alabama. In Alaska, let's take a look at the state of Alaska. The most recent poll actually, Dunbar, so you can see here Dunbar versus Sullivan. Sullivan is even with Dunbar in the most recent poll, so that would actually mean that Alaska is a pure toss-up situation, but I am just going to give it to the Republicans in a leaning situation just because one of them is plus 2, so that means, there we go, leaning Republican. Moving on to the state of Arizona, this is a very interesting seat here. The most recent poll, Kelly plus 13. So that would be a net gain there for the Democrats, that being likely to go to their party. In the state of California, we do have a poll from the state of Arkansas, so let's go to that quickly first. So we don't actually have one from 2018, so we're going to need to open a new tab there for 2016 to see the results from 2016 in Arkansas. So let's go down to that. Alright, in Arkansas, is that it? Alright, in the state of Arkansas, I believe John Boozman was the incumbent re-elected, and he was able to win against Connie Eldridge, so the Republicans will win Arkansas there. I believe the incumbent there is Tom Cotton, who's the incumbent senator there. California, no results there. In the state of Colorado, the most recent poll, Hickenlooper plus 18. That being safe for the Democrats. That's actually another net gain there for the Democrats. In Connecticut right now, Chris Murphy plus 23 against Corey. So Connecticut, Connecticut does not have a situation result there. In the state of Delaware, we do have some results there. The most recent poll was from the 2018 result, going Carper versus Arlette. However, we're going to be taking a look at the 2016 and 2018 results, on which both of them, they did end up going to the Democrats. So we're going to give that over to the Democrats in a safe situation there, a safe margin. 66% for the Democrats. Right, moving on to the next state we've got here in the state of Florida. There's no results there. In Georgia, we've actually got a double race here. We've got quite a few polls here coming out. Right now, if we take a look at the Kelly Loeffler seat, we've got, Democrats leading plus 13, plus 11, plus 12 for Kelly Loeffler, so that would be likely to go to the Democrats, so that's very interesting. And then in terms of the original one, we've got Purdue's seat. I'm not sure who's going to win the primary there, but it's fair to say plus 3, plus 1, plus 2. I mean, overall it could go either way, but given the fact that all of these were taken on the same day, plus 2, plus 1, and plus 3 would even out to a plus 4, so that is leaning to go to the Republicans if you actually do the math on that. Moving on, we've got some more polls coming out here in Hawaii and Idaho. Only the state of Idaho has a result there. So if we take a look at the 2018 results, if Idaho's there, no it's not. So we'll take a look at 2016. Mike Crapo was re-elected 66-27, so that means it's safe to go to the Republicans again. Moving on to the state of Illinois, we've got a poll here, Dick Durbin, but Dick Durbin is not up for re-election. I believe we have, is it Dick Durbin? Sorry, I think it is actually Dick Durbin, so Durbin plus 19, so that is safe for the Democrats. Whoops, that's safe for the Democrats there. Moving on to the state of Indiana. Indiana does not have a result there. In Iowa, we definitely have a Senate race there. The most recent poll shows Teresa Greenfield, the Democrat, there, +2 against Republican incumbent Joni Ernst. So +2 would be leaning for the Democrats. In Kansas, yes, we do have a result there. In the most recent poll here, we see Breuer actually leading there in most of these polls, so we're going to give that as a tilt. On average, you can see 1 + 1 - 1 is 1/1, which is 1, so then that would be tilt towards the Democrats there in Kansas, which is very interesting. In Kentucky, we've got a new poll here. Let's take a look at this. Mcgrath versus Mcconnell. There, plus the most recent one actually would be it's even. So Kentucky being a pure toss-up state. However, on the very same day, we had a new poll released that showed McConnell +3. So if you average those out, you would get McConnell +1.5, which means it tilts towards the Republicans. Moving on to, do we have a result in Louisiana? Yes, we do, but we don't have any polling there. So we'll have to take a look at 2016 results, which we don't have, sorry, 2018 results. But we don't have 2018 results, so we have to take a look at 2016 results. John Kennedy, the Republican, was re-elected there 60-40. So that means it's safe for the Republicans. Moving on to the state of Maine, the most recent poll there, it looks like it's going to be Gideon going for the win in the primary, Gideon +9, so that would be likely to go to the Democrats in the state of Maine. In the state of Maryland, Ben Cardin is the incumbent, but that was the incumbent last time. However, there's no result there in Maryland. There's no election in Maryland in 2020. In the state of Massachusetts, the big result is actually Kennedy versus Ed Markey. However, we can see here at the end of the day that August 2019 Change Research, so Baker I don't believe is going to run, so we can give that over to the 2018 results, in which Elizabeth Warren wins safely. So that means Massachusetts is safe for the Democrats. Moving on to the state of Michigan, right now Gary Peters is the incumbent, and he's leading in the most recent poll by 9, so that means this is likely to go to the Democrats 45. Minnesota, we have some polls here. I believe that's actually very interesting. I think that's probably a mistake that they included the Klobuchar poll, because if we take a look here, Minnesota and the Minnesota special, I believe Tina Smith is up, so Smith +15, so that is safe for the Democrats. Moving on to the state of Mississippi, I believe, yes, Mississippi is up. We've got a rematch here, Mike Espy versus Cindy Hyde-Smith. Right now, Cindy Hyde-Smith leading +28 in the most recent poll. That's quite unfortunate, actually, because she's, I'm not going to say she's the best Republican they could have nominated. She's had some very racist things in her past. But moving on to Missouri, where there is no election. Yep, there's no election. In Montana, we do have an election. The most recent poll from Montana State University, Bozeman / University of Denver shows Steve Bullock leading +7. So let's give that over to the likely Democratic column. In the state of Nebraska, again, we do actually have some results. So that means we're going to need to take a look at 2018 results, where we had Deb Fisher, who won by 56%, so we're going to give that over to the Republicans in a safe situation. In Nevada, there's no results. In New Hampshire, right now, Jeanne Shaheen right now is the incumbent, and she's leading in the most recent poll here against Kelly Ayotte, her likely opponent, +5, so we're going to give that likely over to the Democrats. In the state of New Jersey right now, A+ poll here from Monmouth University. Cory Booker is leading plus 25, plus 23. Average that out to plus 24, and either way, New Jersey is safe for the Democrats. Moving on to New Mexico. Right now, the most recent poll here, high quality from Emerson, Ben Ray Lujan plus 19. So we're going to give that over to him. Where's New Mexico here? As a safe seat, and with that, Democrats are 50, so they just need one more to get the majority, which they're going to get very quickly from the state of New York, which does not have a primary, very sorry. In North Carolina, we've got some polling here, Cunningham plus 2, so North Carolina goes leaning towards the Democrats, so with that, Democrats are officially over the magic number. North Dakota does not have an election coming up in 2020, but Ohio, I believe, it does not as well, but Oklahoma does. So, taking a look at Oklahoma, okay, lovely, we've got a recent poll here. Jim Inhofe has officially won by plus 26, so that's safe, safe for the Republicans. In the state of Pennsylvania, sorry, do we have a race in Oregon? We actually do. So let's take a look at 2018 results, of which we do not have any. So let's take a look here in Oregon. Ron Wyden won 56-33. So we're going to give that over to the Democrats in a safe situation. Alright, in Pennsylvania, where there's no election, so we're going to skip it. In Rhode Island, there is also, oh no, there is an election there. We don't have any polls, so we'll have to take a look at 2018 results. Of this, we have Sheldon Whitehouse leading 64, so we're going to give that safe over to the Democrats. Moving on to South Carolina, where there's a fascinating new poll here. The most recent poll is even between Lindsey Graham and Jamie Harrison, so we're going to have to leave that one as it is. Moving on to the state of South Dakota, where we don't have any polling data, so we'll take a look at 2018 results, where we don't have any. In 2016, we saw Republican incumbent John Thune win 71-28, so we can say he's going to get re-elected by a healthily similar margin. In the state of Tennessee, where we do have an election here, Haggerty and Sethi are the two people who are most likely to be going up against. Haggerty is leading plus 22, Sethi by plus 11. If you average it out, 33 over 2 would be 15, 33 over 2, so I believe it's 17.5, so that's safe for the Republicans in Tennessee, if my math was correct. Moving on to the state of Texas, the most recent poll here, West plus 13, West plus 11, sorry, Cornyn plus 13, Cornyn plus 11, which averages out to Cornyn plus 12, which is likely for the Republicans. Moving on to Utah, where we don't have a result, we've just got Virginia, West Virginia, and Wyoming. So Virginia, let's take a look at Virginia first. We don't have any polls there, so we'll take a look at 2018 results, where we saw Tim Kaine win by a pretty healthy margin there in Virginia, 53, so that's a likely situation for the Democrats and Mark Warner in Virginia. In the state of West Virginia, alright, we again don't have any polls, so we're forced to rely on 2018 results. And if we take a look at West Virginia, obviously Joe Manchin actually won that, so 61. So actually that does mean we have to put West Virginia as leaning towards the Democrats, which is very interesting. But it's just how the polls are going, and if the polls fail us, then we go to 2018 results. So even though Trump obviously won it, we thought this is just how we do it. So right now we can see here Trona versus Barrasso. Right now, Change Research in Wyoming, but that was actually from 2018. So let's take a look at 2018 results. John Barrasso won 76, so that's safe for the Republicans. South Carolina's a pure toss-up. So that's it for today's video, guys. Again, this is not my prediction. This is just what the polls are saying to us at this point in time. 55 seats for the Democrats, 44 for the Republicans, one toss-up seat. This would probably also be most likely my map of the best case scenario for the Democrats if you swapped West Virginia and Georgia and added in Kentucky, that would pretty much be my map for the best case possible scenario for Democrats. So it's clear Democrats, they're doing well in the presidential race, they're doing well in the Senate race. Let's see if they can keep up this momentum. That's it for today's video, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one. Good night.